Good afternoon, this is Jacob with Sutherland Chevrolet, and I'm here today to show you this 2016 1500 LTZ. So I'm going to kind of walk around it here just so you can see the outside. And I'll try to point out any kind of spots or anything that I notice. It does need a pretty good bath. You can see where that rainwater is kind of built up on there. So there's the tires. I'm trying to look for spots where there'd be damage or anything. That's just dirt or makeup. And there's the tailgate. It's in good shape. Back bumper's in good shape. There's the bed. It needs to be washed out too. But even the bed was hardly used. Generally you'll see up here on these guards, you'll see like a bunch of scratches and stuff where things were dragged, but see, there's not really anything on this side either. It's pretty clean. The bed wasn't really used, it looks like. I mean, even looking generally right above the wheel wells there, you'll have scratches and dents and dings, and I mean, they really aren't present in this vehicle at all. So something you get the opportunity to do. But I'm gonna hop in here and kind of go left to right and show you everything in the vehicle. It is an LTZ, so it'll pretty much have anything you could want. But so starting left to right, we'll start at the door. Actually, I'll keep it open because that makes it easier to see and we can get some sunlight in here. These are your presets for the power seats, which you can see right down there. This is forward, backward. This is the back, up and down. And this changes that lumbar there, so that middle part of your back. And then, but you can set presets. So this was for, I guess, driver 1, driver 2, and then here you've got like it's get out preset. So when you open the door, you can have it set so that the seat comes back and down or whatever you want. But that's generally what you would have. That way it's easier to get in and out of the vehicle. And then they can, press 1 if they set 1 to a higher seating position. And then that'll bring them up to where it's comfortable for them to drive, whether that's forward or backward or up or down. So it's pretty cool. In order to set it, you just hold the set and then hold the number you want to set. You've got it. And then here, this is pretty standard stuff nowadays, but you've got power windows, power locks, child safety lock, and then window lock so that kids can't mess with the windows, or your wife or anybody. And then up here, these are your, of course, power mirror adjustments. So pretty standard stuff. Hit the mirror you want to change, and then there's this little dial here, and you can see it moving up and down there. So normal stuff. Keep on from going left to right. We've got your trailer brake here, so electronic trailer braking. That's something that we generally order on most of our trucks. Of course, this one has it on it. And then you've got four-wheel drive. So most people, I would say, just keep it too high. If it starts to rain or it's getting nasty out, you can switch it to auto. And then if it feels a slip, it'll initiate four-wheel drive. And then you've got 4 high and 4 low. If you're going to be off-road, like if you're in the grass or gravel or something, I would switch it to 4 high, and then 4 lows, if you're climbing up a mountainside or something like that. Generally, most people will never use that. So, and then your lights are here. I just generally leave them on automatic. I never end up touching them other than that. But if you're in a garage or something and it's not picking anything up, you do have manual light controls by tilting that. And you'll see here on this little display, it'll let you know what all's going on there when it turns off and on and all that. So, and then steering wheel controls. Okay, there's all your controls for the wipers. So obviously you can spray more than that by holding it down. You can spray a whole lot. So, and then normal stuff there. There's how you shift into neutral and park and drive and reverse and all that jazz. And then these are your controls for cruise. And this is heated steering wheel, so you pop that on. This will start to get very warm. It's warm already, so pretty cool stuff and very helpful during the winter, especially if you're not wearing gloves. And then you've got your controls here for this display. So you get these little buttons. I'll try to hold it in a way that which you can see that what I'm doing is changing that. But so you get trip information, fuel range, oil life. Generally, you want to change it when that gets to around 20%. So once it gets around 20%, between 20 and 15, is when you want to get your oil changed. Then your tire pressure, trying to get it to where it'll focus on that screen while still letting you press these buttons. Transmission, temperature, speed is where most people just leave it, just so you can see how quickly you're moving. So without having to read the speedometer. It's real hard to get that word out. As we go right, you've got heated seats there, so this is just back, and when you press it, see all three lights, so that's the most intense position, and then as you go down there it gets less intense, so the heat intensity. So, and then this is back and bottom, and then same thing, starts out at that hottest amount and then goes down from there. Do the same thing for the passenger on that side, and then you've got pretty standard controls for air conditioning, and you can hear it going right now probably, but so that's it all the way up and that's it all the way down. You can hit this automatic button and it'll adjust it to try and get it to the temperature that's set here. So I'm going to put it on 70 because that's generally a comfortable temperature for me. And then you also have like isolated temperatures for both sides of the vehicle. So the passenger can set it to a different temperature than you, and so if they like it warmer or like it cooler, they can adjust that accordingly. And you can just hit this sync button and it'll keep them synchronized, and then when I change this one, you'll see that other one change too. But the rest of this is pretty standard fare as far as that stuff goes. I'm going to move up to the infotainment system and kind of explain all that. So we'll start off, you've got audio stuff here, so let's get it on a station that plays music. That's pretty loud, but so obviously that works. You've got FM, XM, and then AM, and you will get a trial. I think it's 3 months of XM radio, so that's something we'll set up for you if you purchase the vehicle. And then what else do we have here? So of course you can connect your phone and play Bluetooth media, YouTube. I'm trying to think of anything else. The music that's already on your phone, iTunes, all that kind of stuff can be played, any audio from your phone. And then of course you can also take phone calls, texts, all kinds of stuff. It'll read text off to you, which is a really nice feature to have. The navigation that's built in is through OnStar. You do have to have an OnStar subscription to take advantage of that, and it's mainly just directions. So that is something to note there. And then it's telling us we need to have a phone connected to get messages there. We'll go back to the home screen by pressing that little home button. And then so Pandora radio, there's the OnStar navigation. You can project your phone screen up onto here. So yeah, your phone has to be plugged in to do that. But you can get navigation on the vehicle that way as well. So that's a pretty nifty feature there. that's about all I can think. As far as that goes, if I think anything else, I'll shoot you a text to remind you about it. As we go down here, you've got power adjustable footrest. This is always something that I have trouble. Oh, the lighting's working with me. So you can see that go up and down. So you can find a comfortable position for you. I'm 6'4", so I generally like having them all the way bottomed out there. But and then your traction control, you'll probably never want to mess with that. Most people don't. You want to leave it on. But if you get the vehicle stuck and you're having a hard time getting it out, you might be able to turn it off, and it might be just enough to help you get out of that sticky situation. But generally, I'd say leave it on. This is your bed lamp, so you turn that on. There's a little lamp on the other side of this that lights up that bed. So, cool little thing to have there. And these are your parking assist sensors. I would just leave them on. You could, turn them off and then turn them back on when you're parking, but I don't really think they use enough power to warrant that. Here you've got a bunch of different ways to connect and hook things in and get power to devices. So you've got the traditional, vehicle style, the 110 outlets. Excuse me. We've got the hiccups. And then we've got, USB, 2 USB outlets here, and then a 120 volt. So you plug all kinds of devices in there, laptops, all kinds of stuff. Speaking of laptops, this would be a great place to put one because it's a huge center console. But you've got your 2 cup holders there. Ooh, I almost forgot. I like this little storage area here, and you can see I have my note here with my chicken scratch handwriting, my notebook here, just sitting in there. But this is a cool little area. I would put my phone in there, but my phone, of course, is recording this, so that wouldn't really be able to show you anything. But I can take my wallet and sit it right down in there, and it keeps it held in place. And I like to put my phone in there too when I'm just driving them around, because I like to get things out of my pockets as much as I can. But you do have this here, so it's a phone charging area, wireless charging area. It does not work with all phones. You can let me know what kind of phone you have, and I'm more than happy to look up exactly whether or not it will work with this. I know some iPhones do, some don't. A lot of the Android phones do, but still some of them don't. And it's also vehicle to vehicle. So one phone might work in a new Traverse, but it won't work in a new Silverado. So it's finicky. Also phone cases can get in the way. So if you have a big phone case, it'll probably block it from actually being able to charge. I had one that did that. So there's something to think about there. But yeah, if you open this big boy up, you got plenty of room for storage in there. It's got these little hooks so that you can actually kind of use it as a small filing cabinet. And then you've got 2 USB ports in and an auxiliary right there. This little bucket to keep pins and that kind of stuff in. And so you got your own little office on the go. It's pretty neat. And then you've got your 2 glove compartments here. You got the little upper one, and then you've got this lower one. You've got a window sticker in there, and then your manual. So I'm going to hop out here and then go into the back seat and show you what's going on back there. So of course you have window controls back here, and then you hop in. So that's what that looks like. Of course you have little lights back here. That door's open, and that's why these lights are on now. And then something I didn't even mention is your light controls up there, as well as you do have, you can see that there right at the top, there's a garage door control. So of course you have to set those up, but they are there in case you want to use them. And back here it's pretty simple. You've got your little compartment here for drinks and to use as an armrest, and then you've got an outlet back here. A little storage area there, a little storage area there, but it's pretty simple. Of course, where it's got real low mileage on it, you know what I just did? I technically locked myself back here, so that's pretty neat. Well, I'm going to stop this video and get myself out of the car, out of the truck. It's got the child safety locks on. So, but I'm going to get myself out of this truck and I'll shoot you some pictures. And if you have any questions or anything I can help you with, please let us know. I'd love to earn your business. So anything we can do to make that work, I'm happy to do it. But I'll thank you and have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.